I used to think I had a hearing problem. It wasn't just my wife Linda who thought so, I believed it too. It all started after a snorkeling trip to one of Florida's famous natural springs. I dove too deep, too fast, and I felt this weird pressure in my ears. And since then, I was convinced I had done some kind of permanent damage to my ears. So when Linda told me that she had made an appointment with a doctor, I wasn't exactly surprised. A little nervous, maybe, but surprised, not at all. I walked into the clinic fully expecting to leave with some kind of diagnosis that would involve hearing aids or some kind of procedure, or that at the very least, a stern lecture about my reckless snorkeling habits. The technician led me into this small, soundproof booth, handed me a pair of headphones, and explained the test. Raise your hands when you hear a sound, she said, smiling like she knew something I didn't. I sat there, headphones on, feeling like I was on trial for a crime I didn't even remember committing. The beep started, soft, faint, and sneaky. I raised my hand when I thought I heard something, but half the time I wasn't sure if it was a beep or just my imagination. I was sweating bullets. I just knew that I was failing this test. Finally, the test ended, and the technician swiveled my chair around to face her. She had this screen with my results, and I braced myself for the bad news. But then she said something I didn't expect. Your hearing is perfectly normal. I blinked. What? What? She smiled sweetly, but there was this glint in her eye. There is nothing I can do to improve your hearing, she said. Relief washed over me until she added, but you do have a listening problem. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't about my ears, this was about my wife. The technician, bless her heart, launched into a polite but brutally honest lecture. She even gave me a 3-step program for husband listening improvement. Step 1, drop what you're doing. Step 2, look at your wife directly in the eye. Step 3, hold her hand or place your hand on her shoulder. I nodded along, trying to look repentant, but all I could think was, oh, this is a setup. Linda put her up to this. When I got home, Linda was waiting with anticipation. So, she said, what did the doctor say? I stared at the floor like a kid with his hand in the cookie jar. She said, my hearing is fine, but I have a listening problem. And suddenly the real truth came to light. I didn't have a hearing problem. I had a listening problem. There's a difference, and it's a big one. So let's talk about this. First of all, hearing is passive. It's a sound wave that hits your eardrum, but listening is active. It's intentional. It's about being present, paying attention, and showing the person that you actually care about what they're saying. Linda and I have even developed a little game around this. Whenever one of us senses that the other isn't paying attention, we insert some absurd statement like, did you know that helicopters eat their young? Or something equally ridiculous. It's our way of saying, hey, I see you drifting. Come back to me. Just last night, I was flipping through my phone, not paying attention, and Linda didn't say a word. She just gently reached over and held my hand. I got the point. No absurdity needed in this case. And here's the thing. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about hearing feelings. It's about understanding what's behind those words. When Linda says, are you even listening to me? She's not asking if I heard her. She's asking if I value her enough to stop, look, and connect. This whole experience has reminded me of something deeper, something I think we all need to hear. It's directly connected with 1 Corinthians 13, the famous love chapter. You know the one. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Wow. Listening, real listening, is an act of love. It's about being patient when you're in the middle of something and your spouse needs your attention. It's about being kind, even to set aside your own agenda and focus on theirs. It's about not being self seeking, but instead seeking to understand. Listening is love in action. And here's the most powerful thing I've learned: active listening sends a message. It says, I receive you, I value you, you're important to me. It's not just about hearing words, it's about making the other person feel seen and heard and loved. Active listening is the gateway to intimacy. It's how we build trust and connection and closeness. It's how we say, you matter to me, without ever saying a word. So, all the husbands, wives, partners, and anyone in a relationship out there, take it from me. Listening is an art. And like any art, it takes practice. Drop what you're doing, look them in the eye, hold their hand, show them you care. Because sometimes the best way to say I love you isn't with words, it's with your ears. And now, whenever Linda says, are you listening to me? I can confidently reply, yes, dear. The doctor said I have to.